Hey everybody, come take a walk with me. We're about to go look at a flip potential property. It's a 2-bedroom home, but hey, beyond that, I wanted to make this video as I'm walking over here in the Clearwater Largo Road. People might be looking at me going, what is this crazy person doing with this phone? There you go, I'll show you why. Hopefully you can hear me. I got the microphone with the lapel. I got the power pumped up so you can hear me well. My name is Luis, and I'm a real estate agent and investor here in the Pinellas County. And I like to help people that are thinking about buying an Airbnb property, a short-term, mid-term, or any rental property here in Pinellas County. Whether they're looking to do it in Clearwater, Palm Harbor, Largo, Seminole, Indian Rocks Beach, St. Petersburg, Kenneth City, Gulfport, doesn't matter. I guess the one thing I would like to really tell you right away is make sure you reach out. Make sure you give us a phone call. We would love to be friends with you and put at your disposal all the tools, all the people that we've met along the way, and share with you our experience. You know, whether or not you end up buying a house with me or doing a mortgage loan with my partner, regardless of what you do, we would love to connect with you and be your friends. All right, so I'm going to title this video, The Reasons Why You Should Not Buy an Airbnb. And that might be much of a title. It might be a little bit too big for a title. But I'm going to unload why I wanted to make this video. And the most important reason is that I am getting calls on a daily basis from folks that are thinking about setting up their Airbnb rentals. And everybody comes with a different strategy. Everybody has a different thing in their mind. And what worries me is that a lot of folks that they're bringing their strategy from their home state and they want to make it work in Florida, and sometimes it just doesn't work that way. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about proximity to the beach, the type of property that we go with, the regulations that we have, and I'm going to make this an open, fluid conversation. That way, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or you can just reach out and have a conversation. So first of all, let's talk about location. A lot of my clients, they reach out to me and they say, Luis, I want to be 2 minutes away from the beach. I want to be right next to the water because that's what makes the most money. It is true that being the closest to the water will help you get your property booked. But it doesn't mean that if you have a property by the water that doesn't have the right amenities, that you're going to have a good experience. We have had several clients that purchase a home right next to the beach, right next to the water, 5-6 minutes away. But because of other variables like lack of good management, lack of a trustworthy management, or lack of amenities per se, those properties did not perform as expected. While at the same time, I know about properties that are located at least 30 to 35 minutes to 25 minutes away from the beaches. And these properties are making between $120,000 and $150,000 a year. How? Well, they know who they're catering to. They know the type of clientele that we have here in the Pinellas County, and they have geared their homes towards that specific client. I'm talking about families, folks, and we have an Airbnb in Pinellas Park that we poured into $60,000 worth of bells and whistles, which is what I call it, bells and whistles. And it was through that amount of money, through that investment, that property pretty much just went overboard. Now, 1 month on January 2024, it's quoted at $38,000 plus a discount. You can get it at $32,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. You need to understand that this property was owned by another investor and they were doing okay, but not as good as the new owner is doing. And what changed? It's the amount of amenities that they brought into. Now they are the top dog in that neighborhood. And that right there is what makes you profitable in this market. Now, having the right location is crucial, not just because of homeowners associations, but because of the regulations that we have in the Pinellas County, right? So where can you Airbnb? Let's switch into regulations a little bit more. I got a car here behind me. Let's make sure I don't get run over, and that's the street that I'm going into. Where can we Airbnb? You can do it in the city of Largo, whether it's incorporated or not. As long as the address says Largo, you're good to go on that one. If it says Pinellas Park, you're good to go. If it says Palm Harbor, you're good to go. As long as there's no HOA, of course. But when it comes to cities like Clearwater, Seminole, and St. Pete, these cities, or Oldsmar, including Dunedin, these are cities where you do have to check the area and make sure that it's unincorporated. How do you do that? Go to Google, type unincorporated Pinellas County. The first website that comes up has a search bar. You put the address in that bar and you hit click, and it will come back and tell you if it's incorporated Largo, incorporated Clearwater, etc., or if it's not. That's one way. Now, I personally like setting up my Airbnbs in a non-HOA neighborhood. I don't care if they have not decided against Airbnbs. Most of the associations have a right to overrule and change the regulations as long as they have a 51% or majority involved. Let me just cancel the phone call here. Anyways, so that being said, I like no HOAs, and I like to stay within Largo and Seminole. I'm looking for houses that have privacy. I'm looking for houses that have plenty of space so that I can grow that Airbnb, hopefully build it into a 3, 4, 5 bedroom unit. And keep in mind, folks, that in this business it's utterly important how many rooms you have. It is incredibly important to have a large amount of room and square footage so that you can actually have more people come to your unit and they can split that cost. So we actually do have a unit with 23, sleeps up to 23 people. They're making up to $25,000. Now that house cost them about $1.8 million. I am already at the neighborhood and house that I wanted to show you guys. Is this one right here. It seems like there's gonna be a showing, just perfect. That way I get to talk to you for a little bit more. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Go ahead. I'll wait until you guys are done.
What are you doing?
Oh, I wanted to check out the home. If I know it's for sale, I just talked to the agent. Are you guys the owners?
No. We were looking at it too.
Okay. I'll look at it when you guys are done. The chicken outside. All right, folks. So, hey, how are you? All right. This neighborhood, this is Largo, and I'm just kind of going to rotate a little bit around me. So they're selling this house for $200,000, and I'm here to look at it and see if it's a flip potential. I'm going to take a look and see if it's worth the trouble. Location wise, again, this is not that we're talking about location. This is Largo, so regulation wise it's good. It is a 2-bedroom, but it has enough square footage so that I might be able to break a 3rd room into that Airbnb. And it comes with a private pool, and the pool area is what's really large and nice. So those are the things that I'm looking for. Privacy, square footage, a good neighborhood, a good community. And I'm also looking for something that's not gonna piss off the other neighbors. So if I see that there's too many windows, if I see that it's gonna be an issue with the guests, then I might actually stay away from those homes. It's not all of them, again, but going back to the type of home that we use, I know you can go with a condominium at the beach. Those are usually 1 to 2 bedrooms, and they have a high occupancy rate, but they're also pretty expensive to maintain when it comes to the management fees. They charge between 20 to 25% at the beach, and on top of that, you have a limited amount of income due to the square footage that you have there. It's not like you can fit in as many people as your house. You can't do that in a single family home either. But if you have the right number of adults, they can all split the cost. So I have homes where a single night will cost you $1,000 in the high season. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I would like to go with the single family homes. They also have much better appreciation throughout the time than a condominium does, actually twice as much according to the statistics. And again, we are catering to that environment, that the people that are looking for privacy, that want to have a home feel, and they have large groups that they're bringing with. So my houses make at least $100,000 poorly managed sometimes. We have some that are 120 to 150K. Those are the ones that are top dogs in our neighborhoods, in our communities. And then we have the multi-million-dollar mansions that are making up to $200,000 or more. Now these again are more expensive, and it's a different business as well. You have to market those properties, you have to make social media pages, you have to really go above and beyond and add in the experiences, add in the right photography. You really cannot sleep on any of these properties when you have a large listing like that. So folks, so far we've talked about regulations, we talked about location, we talked about the type of home. We could sit here and talk about insurance, we could sit here and talk about seasons, we could sit here and talk about management. But it'll just make the video too long. So make sure that you reach out. You know the phone number, it's on the description below. Like and subscribe. Here's your humble servant. I wish you an incredible day and afternoon, just to show you what it looked like today. And all right, God bless you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.